Zay, what's poppin'?
What is going on YouTube? My name is ZayWayYT and I'm back with another video. And today I got a new series I want to start called Keeping It a Stat. So a lot of y'all know that I am on the radio Monday through Friday on my dad's radio show on the BGC Sports Network, Empire Sports Radio. Me, my dad, our guy Brian, we talk about sports Monday through Friday. So on that show, after the first segment, I have a 2-minute segment called Keeping It a Stat, where I give the craziest sports stats going on that are relevant in today's game, all different sports. So with today, this is gonna be episode number 1 of Keeping It a Stat, the long form edition. And we're gonna be talking about, will Shedeur Sanders start week 1? So let's get right into it. Make sure y'all drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think. Like the video, and of course, subscribe if you haven't. Let's get right into it. So to answer my own question, will Shedeur Sanders start week 1? I don't think so, but I do think he will become a starter at some point during the season. Let's go to the OTAs plus the mini camps, and let's just see how the 4 quarterback situation is going on right now. As we know, Cleveland right now has a total of 5 quarterbacks. Deshaun Watson, we know he's not going to play. You know, they drafted Shedeur, Dillon Gabriel, and they already have Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco. I think Flacco will initially be the starter. I don't think Kenny Pickett will be competing for a backup spot. And so we'll do a deeper dive into why I say that. But I have the OTA plus minicamp stats pulled up. I'm gonna just read down the names from top to bottom. So Joe Flacco, 18 for 35, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Shedeur Sanders, 41 for 53, 9 touchdowns, 1 pick. Kenny Pickett, 38 for 63, 7 touchdowns, 0 picks. Dillon Gabriel, 48 for 83, 8 touchdowns, 0 picks. So as we see, the rookie quarterbacks do have the most touchdowns in camp. But we also see how Shedeur Sanders is by far the most accurate quarterback in camp and has thrown for the most touchdowns. Now, I already know OTAs and mini camps, they don't really mean much, but we're gonna take this with a grain of salt, and I'm just going from what I see right now. So with those stats, of course, you know the numbers. 51% completion for Flacco, 77 completion for Sanders, 60 completion percentage for Kenny Pickett, and 57% completion for Dillon Gabriel. So Shedeur is by far the most accurate quarterback. Here's why I say I think he will start sometime in the season, but not week 1 off the rip. I think right now it is Joe Flacco's job. He is the vet. He was 4-1 for the Cleveland Browns last season. But if you're the Browns front office, at some point you have to pass the keys to one of the younger guys. To me, you don't draft 2 rookie quarterbacks if you don't think at least one can play, especially in the quarterback situation that they have going on right now. So to me, Joe Flacco is not the quarterback of the future. I don't see Deshaun Watson ever really playing any meaningful snaps in the future. So I have another stat for you guys. There's only been 2 quarterbacks 40 and over to ever have a winning season. And those 2 quarterbacks are Brett Favre and the GOAT, Tom Brady. The only 2 guys to have winning seasons over 40. History tells us that it's extremely hard at that age to win meaningful games, and especially in the division that the Cleveland Browns play in, it's gonna be hard. Now, yes, they do have the defense. They have Myles Garrett is still there. They have Greg Newsome there. They have pieces. They have Njoku. They have Jared Judy. I kind of take it back to the New England Patriots, what I have right here. The New England Patriots last year, they gave the keys initially to Jacoby Brissett. We draft Drake May. Drake May, he is, of course, a phenomenal talent at the quarterback position, raw talent. We bring him in towards the middle of the season and we see some highs and we see some lows. That's what you're gonna get from a rookie quarterback. But I think at some point for the future, we knew Jacoby Brissett wasn't gonna be our long-term starter. We knew Drake May was. I think the Browns are may have the same thought process here. You let Joe Flacco start, let's say week 1 through 6. You let Shedeur learn the offense and then you throw him in. I don't think the most accurate quarterback in FBS history will struggle. Another stat for you guys, Shedeur Sanders has the highest completion percentage out of any FBS quarterback ever. he can make all the throws. I know the one biggest gripe about him was he rolls into sacks and he doesn't have elite arm talent. My thing on the elite arm talent, to me, are we valuing elite arm talent over smart football, over accurate footballs? To me, I don't know. I can see a guy throw the ball 70 yards off his back foot, but if he can't make a read a cover 3, read a cover 2, shift the O-line, his guys into the right spots, then arm talent doesn't really mean much for me. We've seen a lot of guys with phenomenal arm talent who haven't been able to play in the league, but we've seen Shedeur time and time again with the bad O-line be able to layer throws, being able to get his guys the ball, being accurate. He did throw a lot of screens at Colorado, yes, but there was a lot of shots that he took downfield to J5, to Travis Hunter, to Webster. Like, he has guys that he's been throwing the ball down the field to. So it's not necessarily a dink and dunk offense. A lot of the times that the reason that they had to do a lot of those passes is because the O-line wasn't great. So to go to that, back to that other point where he rolls into a lot of sacks. To me, I feel like his offensive line wasn't the best. But you put him behind an NFL offensive line, that is a part of his game that can be polished. I think if your worst trait is, okay, maybe you take a little bit of sacks behind a bad offensive line, I'm okay with that. I feel like that is something that he can get better at. It's not like he can't read a defense. It's not like he can't make all the throws. If I'm judging it based off Flacco and Sanders, okay, I'm looking at the upside. Of course, Shedeur, if we put Shedeur Sanders in, he is going to be a long-term starter. If we keep Flacco in for the whole season, we may have him this year, he may retire after next year. So I feel like at some point you have to start building that bridge. If you're not building that bridge now, when you try to cross it, it's going to crumble. Let's be real. So on Kenny Pickett, just to talk about him a little bit, I'm gonna talk about all the quarterbacks. So for Kenny Pickett, I don't think he is an NFL starter. He's been on a couple different teams in not a lot of years. Now I know the Eagles, he was never, gonna compete for that job. That's Jalen Hurts' job all day. But I feel like the Steelers, he had it, kind of slipped. We kind of see him not being ready for the moment. I don't think Kenny Pickett is ready to be an NFL starter. I just don't see it. Dillon Gabriel, I love Dillon Gabriel. Left-handed, he's an Oregon guy. I love Oregon, but I just don't see it. If we're going tape for Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel, no one had Dillon Gabriel listed above Shedeur. If we're looking at tape, the throws, I feel like Dillon Gabriel, he is a playmaker. I mean, he did get them guys the undefeated regular season. He's played a lot of football, which is good. If you're a quarterback coming in and you have played a lot of snaps, that is always beneficial. But if we're just going, arm strength, accuracy, playmaking, I just think Shedeur Sanders is better overall than Dillon Gabriel. So to wrap it up, I do think Shedeur will end up starting, but I don't think it will be week 1. I think give him between week 6 and week 8. Let him get the keys. The locker room loves him. The fans love him. Every time I see a video on Twitter, on Instagram, every interaction with Shedeur has been great. I think he has that locker room ready to go to bat for him. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be the end of the video. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like and comment. I'm on daily, so make sure y'all hit that bell so y'all don't miss the next video. I'm out.
Zay, what's poppin'?